Congressman Pallone, this is Sylvie Bello with SaharaTV. We represent African immigrants all across the United States, and we're very concerned about the immigration reform, especially with the Senate taking out the diversity visa. What are your thoughts on that? Thank you.
I'm not happy with the fact that the Senate took out the diversity visa. Believe me, the Senate bill as a whole is good, and I'm pleased that the Senate has passed it because it clearly has a pathway to citizenship for most of the undocumented. But the elimination of diversity visas is not good, and we should try to change it around, and I'll work to change it around in the House.
What provisions, as African immigrants who are both black and immigrants, what provisions will you be working on that you think will benefit our underserved communities, especially around the healthcare reform and around nurses? A lot of African immigrants tend to come here as nurses, but we're not sure how this would benefit our communities in terms of being both black and immigrants.
Well, first of all, the healthcare reform, or the Affordable Care Act, as I call it, which I helped write with President Obama. I mean, it's probably the most important thing I've ever done, frankly, because there are a lot of people that were not insured that now will be insured. Most Americans will be insured, and they'll have a good benefit package, and there won't be discrimination based on pre-existing conditions. So it's definitely beneficial. The other thing it does is because we need so many more primary care, whether doctors or nurses. Remember, a lot of the people who didn't have insurance before didn't even see a doctor, and we want them to see a doctor. So we expand a lot in terms of community health centers, and we also give an incentive for primary care because we'd like to have more doctors and nurses. So I think there'll be more opportunities for physicians, nurses, other types, home health aides, because the whole emphasis is on prevention and not having people to go to a hospital or nursing home, but rather be cared for at home or see a doctor on a regular basis or go to a community health center. So there should be a lot more opportunities for people in the health professions in general. Well, as you know, when President Obama came back, or he actually initiated a major initiative, if it will, to try to increase trade and help with development in Africa. And I think that's very important, and I would be certainly supportive of that, or even more. I think that the contributions of African Americans, particularly recent ones, is very important, and the diversity that they bring in terms of bringing new cultures and new things that not just in terms of the economics of it, but just in terms of the cultural aspects, I think is very important as well, whether it's film or literature or every other aspect of culture. So I think that New Jersey in particular is a very diverse place, and so their contributions and the effort to try to make it easier for them to come here, and also for us to have better ties and trade with Africa, those are all things that I would push. We have to make higher education more affordable. I mean, it's a big problem right now. When I went to school, which was a long time ago, between the student loans and the work study and the scholarships that were available, it was pretty affordable, but now it's not. So I think the federal government has to step up and say, look, we're going to expand the Pell Grants, we're going to make for more money for work study, and keep interest rates low for student loans. The student loans interest rate went up July 1st. In fact, Donald Payne Jr. and I were at NGIT in Newark on July 1st when they went up, and we were basically saying how bad that was, and we wanted to work to overturn it, which now President Obama did just pass a bill, or did just sign a bill last week that would bring it down again, but they may start to go up again. So we really have to work hard. I think that's one of the most important things I would do in the Senate, is try to make college more affordable.
When you drive by the city of Newark, the City Hall on Broad Street, the front of it looks like it's abandoned. The doors are dirty, filthy black, the steps are dirty, the flag is torn and dirty, and you cannot even go up the steps of City Hall. You have to use a dark back entrance to go into the City Hall. It looks like the City Hall is abandoned. And this is what it looks like under Mayor Booker. The city of Newark looks like it has been abandoned by its mayor. Pallone has been in office for quite a while. He has experience, and he knows what needs to be done, okay? We should look at what the experience will give us. We need to know the intent. And you're correct. What will Pallone do for not just African Americans, but all citizens of the state of New Jersey? I believe that his experience and what he has done in working with Donald Payne, okay, before his death, working with other black office holders in trying to get things done, he will continue this at a greater platform once he becomes senator. He's a good man for this choice. Booker is inexperienced and he's not interested.
When you get into the Senate, should you get into the Senate,
I appreciate that comment.
would you be Mr. Africa like the fellow Donald Payne?
Yeah, well, you know, we have Donald Payne, but in the Senate right now, one of my friends is actually Senator Coons, who really is a champion of Africa. So I look forward, we've already talked about it, I look forward to working with him on issues in Africa as well. And obviously we have a great champion here in Newark, Congressman Payne. So I definitely look forward to being engaged, and you can count on that.
And then what about the immigration reform and the diversity?
Oh, it's really important. You know that's something I support. We need to reform our immigration system and create a better pathway for people to get citizenship.
We want the next senator to help us, undocumented aliens, to have all those opportunities, to be able to go to the hospital without getting scared, without being afraid of anything, have confidence, and ask questions and go, you know.
So health insurance is critical.
Yeah, it's very important.
Especially because these are men, right?
Yeah, we're working for the country. If they don't have health insurance and get sick all the time, how can they provide?
Victoria Street, and then Cory Booker just make this one become a Ghanaian Way. So we're proud of it.
So do you think that he should make you know, more funding available for small business owners like yourself? What are some of the challenges and the needs that you have as an African small business that you think when he becomes a senator he should be doing?
What we need right now, you know, small business, we need some loans to help our business, and I think he can help us.
How?
I want Cory Booker to help, especially we Africans, to get our own medallion, taxi cab medallion, so that, you know, we can also live here and help the city.
And there you have it. Our African immigrant cab drivers would like for the next senator to make it possible for African businesses to understand the process of getting a taxi cab medallion. That way they will continue to grow our cities here in New Jersey and to empower the entire community. That's a tall order for the next New Jersey senator from the African immigrants.